I used to do street food and catering, and then I amplified that, and I'd done like a street market. And the conditions from the council were that I had to have, certain conditions, and also I had security on the door. So I had security on the door. And I had a security on the door which cost like £250 a day. And, we were just starting. We were making a lot of promotions. And it turns out that I couldn't afford to pay this guy. So I turned around and said, look, hey, I can't afford to pay you. So then he said, you know what? I love what you're doing. I love everything like that. And I want to be part of this. And I said, look, dude, I can't pay you, but no, I want to be part of this. So I offered him a percentage. At the first time, it was just like a verbal percentage. And I was happy to do that. Not a problem. But after 3 or 4 weeks, I realized that he was starting to say, hey, I need money for my family, da-da-da. And he started taking money from the stalls that we were doing.
With your knowledge?
Not a council market. It was a private market.
With your knowledge, Ian, or behind your back?
No, behind my back. Not obviously like that. And I chased him up for me. We had conversations. The end of the story is the fact that he ended up taking everything from me. He came one day and everything was gone. He took my stalls. He took, literally all my grills. Because I'd done street food. I'd done street food before. So I had planchas, which is like griddles. I had barbecues.
I think I understand where you're going in. So essentially, you had a security guard who you were meant to be paying a percentage to, and he just stole your stock.
No. The deal was when I hired him, I was paying him a salary.
Yes, but then it changed.
Was
then
too
it changed
much for me
to a percentage.
Continue. So he offered to be a partner and things like that, and then he wanted to take cash out every day, saying that hey, I've got a mother, I've got children, and everything like that. That's not a partnership. But the thing is, he stole everything, and we were in a situation where this was part of. I hired the parking lot, the alleyway, from a big, massive company, and they had cameras. So when he took everything from me, it was on camera. This was given to the police, and I told them that, hey, look, this guy's literally taking everything from me, and I can prove that this belongs to me or other people that had lent it.
Okay. Ian, what's your question for me?
Well, the police said there's nothing they can do because, he said that I owed them money, so it was a problem for me to deal with him and take him to court. The fact that he stole £30,000 of my stuff, the police said they could do nothing.
Okay. That's surprising because police normally there's a lot of things the police don't take seriously, but they do normally take theft from an employer seriously. And that level of theft, 30,000, is something I'd expect them to take seriously. Is there anything else you haven't told me yet that the police gave you as a reason for not prosecuting?
They said it wasn't their problem. They said it was a business problem. I had to take them to you have to forgive me. I'm not English. I'm Spanish. So translation is a bit lost.
Okay. Did they say it was a civil
I know my
issue?
name is Nigel. I know that the one is strange. Trust me. I can explain it another day. I left when I was 3 years of age.
Okay.
The thing was that they said that there wasn't a problem for the police. It was a problem because he said when they went to his house, he said, I don't know, this guy owes me money, so I took everything. And they said, hey, you need to talk to the courts.
Okay, so what's your question for me?
Bad.
What's your question for me, Ian?
Well, how is it? Oh, do you know what? I really do not know the question.
All right, next call is... No, I'm just kidding. Ian, go on. What do you want to ask me? You phoned for a reason.
But do I have a case with the police for not acting? Because even if it doesn't matter if I owed him £1 or £1,000, does he have the right to take everything from me?
Okay, so how much would he say you owed him?
I owed him £750.
And if I asked him that question,
I transferred to him. Sorry,
Ian. If I asked him that question, how much would he say you owed him?
Oh, wait a minute. an invoice for for every hour he was there, even though when
Ian,
we were supposedly
if I asked him this question, if I asked him the same question, how much would he say?
I think it's like 5, 6, 7, let's say £10,000, but it's less.
Fine. Now, was there any written agreement between you? I assume not, because you said the percentage was verbal.
No. It wasn't. I'm not, and the only written agreement was for him for the 2 days it was there for £250 each day, and I paid £250 on one of the days.
Yeah.
So
you have two
and
options.
I have a text message that I interrupt a lot.
Yes, you do. You have two options here, Ian.
Just call me Nigel O'Brien.
Here we go again.
Sorry, Ian O'Brien.
Yes, you did ask to stay anonymous when you phoned up, and we've been calling you Ian as a result, but you have said your real name twice on this call. So, okay. I ignored you the first time you used your real name and pretended it hadn't happened, but there we go. So, Ian, as we're calling you, you have two options. Option number one is that you can bring a civil claim against him in the county court for the money the value of the items he took from you, which you say is £30,000.
Yeah.
He will counterclaim for the amount he says you owe him, which you said he will claim 10,000. You say it's 750. He will say it's 10,000.
Yeah, but it's nothing. It's not. But probably. Sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go interrupt me again by all means. I'm here to be interrupted.
The thing is, like that, I know he doesn't have the money to pay me what he's owed me, but what really worries me is I had CCTV images of him taking the stuff, and the police still did nothing. Okay, the second option that you have is to bring a private prosecution against him in the magistrate's court. And there is a procedure for that. You can look it up on the internet. I'm not going to go through it with you now, but you can look up the procedure for bringing a private prosecution, and you prosecute him in the criminal courts. And as part of a prosecution, you can get a compensation order against him. You are not going to have, I'm afraid, a claim against the police, because it's up to the police to decide what to prosecute and what not to prosecute. Now, if they'd taken the decision in bad faith, you might have a claim against them for something called misfeasance in public office. But short of that, there's no claim against the police here, I'm afraid, Ian. You do realise it's the one thing that really annoys me. And this was 5 years ago, and I understand.
This is 5 years ago?
This was 2017, yeah.
Well, you're running out of time for a civil claim. You get 6 years for a civil claim, so you're running out of time.
One thing that annoys me is the attitude of the police, the way they dealt with things like that. And I've had other things, I don't know how to explain it. I just didn't know how to deal with it, and I was scared to deal with it, and I had other issues to deal with. I'm sorry. That's my bad. That's my bad. But my real issue, I understand what he done. He done what he had to do and everything like that. But my issue was when the police came, they turned around and said, nothing to do with us. And they fobbed me off. That's what I'm really angry about.
And you've sustained that anger for 5 years, I can tell, Ian. It's kept you going, hasn't it?
Hey, thank you so much. It's been really informative. Thank you.
It's been a lesson for me too, Ian. Thank you very much for your call.